Okay, they're not. Lord Gush calls to 911 now. I'm just kidding. I totally made that up. It was a poor joke. Oh yeah, 911 will answer. I mean, everybody associated with recording the details of a crisis is on duty. Everybody that has anything to do with chronicling the crisis is on duty. Yeah, yeah. That's how they're going to. Obama is already astroturfing this man. He said, it just finished. I'll take a break and we'll come back. But I'll finish this Woodward thing in a minute. But he said um, he was confident that the Republicans would come around after they hear from all the people who are being negatively impacted. He's confident of that. He's confident that after the Republicans hear from all the people around the country that are losing their jobs and losing their paychecks, that they'll come around. Now, we know that Obama is already bombarding Congress with organizing for action. That's the new name of his campaign website. They're astroturfing. They're already tweeting. They are spamming via email and Twitter. They've got one person sending out thousands of messages using different accounts and many names, and they're spamming Congress right now. It's artificial. For every 10,000 messages they get, probably 10 people responsible for sending them. That's Google taught them this. Eric Schmidt and Google worked with the regime during the campaign to high-tech them up. So anyway, current TV, what I was going to say, the GOP is helping Al Jazeera lobby the FCC for approval.
Oh, great.
GOP lobbyists are helping Al Jazeera get FCC approval on the sale of Al Jazeera or current TV, Gore's network, Al Jazeera. I read that right before the show started. Because they're being paid. Because they're being paid. So anyway, the host here, BuzzFeed correspondent Michael Hastings, is talking with the host, Sink Uger. Uger said Woodward is such a great microcosm of the media in Washington. He went from challenging the government to being like a spokesperson for the establishment. And that right there in a nutshell is exactly what happened to the Washington media between the 70s and now.
He does hold all these guys' secrets. The reason Woodward doesn't feel totally threatened is because he knows the dirt about all these people, too. He's like a J. Edgar Hoover type, right? I mean, there are people waiting for Woodward to die so they can dish stuff on him that they're too afraid to say now.
People are waiting for Woodward to die. Like Deep Throat had to die for all the dirt to be dished. People are waiting. People don't like Woodward. This is what we're hearing. The media doesn't like him at all. They resent him. By the way, I believe this. I now believe that instead of all this respect and awe and reverence for Woodward, I think these people are just like anybody else in human nature. They are jealous. They're angry. They think Woodward hasn't earned this status. He doesn't really deserve it. He wouldn't have been anything if it wouldn't have been for Ben Bradley allowing him to do the story. And Catherine, you know how people are around successful people. The successful really didn't do it on their own. They had help. Somebody paved the way. Somebody greased the skids. And there's always resentment for people at the top. There is always resentment. And people run around saying, hey, they didn't do it on their own. They're not that good. It's the way people make themselves feel better. So apparently, rather than this awe and reverence and respect for Woodward, there is the usual collection of human beings engaging in human nature. They're jealous. They're envious. They're resentful. And they're also afraid of him. But when he dies, they can't wait to dish. And here is a story at the website Gawker. Now, Gawker, in some people's minds, I happen to like the Gawker guys. I think they're funny. They hate me. They literally despise me. They're largely a bunch of gay guys, and they routinely laugh at and make fun of me. I just laugh. I don't know. I just like the Gawker. It's strange. I can't really. It's not that I really like them. It's just, I understand their game. But a lot of people think the Gawker guys are the biggest dirtbag website on the media. A lot of people think that about Gawker. Now, that's not me, but I'm just telling you. And the Gawker website has a piece, Goodbye Bob, and it is a long piece. And they're sliming Bob Woodward here as unreliable. All of these things I just described to you, all these things about human nature, this resentment, this dislike, this hatred. And the picture, they've photoshopped Woodward on Meet the Press. Here, let me zoom in. I'm going to zoom in the Ditto Cam and show you. Hang on a minute, folks, while I zoom in. They photoshopped Woodward here and made him out. This is at the Gawker website. This is how they've got him. Can you see that? Do I need to zoom in a little tighter? I can zoom in. That's a Gawker making a. Can you imagine a month ago anybody portraying Bob Woodward that way? That's the Gawker website. That's the Photoshop of his. It may have to be Bozo the Clown. Big clown nose, white face, sad red lips, and so forth. So it's fascinating to watch all this. So I tell a joke yesterday, well, they'll take care of Woodward at death panels. And lo and behold, in less than 24 hours, the media admits that everybody there can't wait for him to die so they can dish the dirt on the guy. Doing the work of a main